Goes back or comes up.
Early in the morning, not worried about tomorrow, 'cause I know that it's a brand new day. Starting making breakfast, turn the radio on play, 'cause I know that it's a brand new day. Realizing my own strength, I'm keeping hope that lives deep inside me. I feel the sun on my skin, pushing me to greatness, 'cause I know that I can make it. Don't know today, but I've got bills to pay, 'cause I know that I know. Situations come my way, sometimes I get frustrated. I'm so blessed, y'all. It's a new day, a new day. 'Cause I know that it's a brand new day. New day, new day. 'Cause I know that it's a brand new day. Realizing my own strength, I'm keeping hope that lives deep inside me. I feel the sun on my skin, pushing me to greatness, 'cause I know that I can make it. Morning dew brings a fresh awakening. With the dawning of each new day, you can begin again. Like a flower springing up, reaching for the sun. You can begin again. Let your day begin. Chasing my dreams, making things a reality, 'cause I know that nothing can stop me. It's a brand new day. I have a smile on my face, 'cause I know about His love and grace. Yeah, 'cause I know that it's a brand new day. Living my life, trying to love everybody right. It's a brand new day. Got my sword and my shield. Oh, baby, we're gonna win. 'Cause I know that it's a brand new day. It's a lovely day, lovely day, oh lovely day, lovely day. 'Cause I know that it's a brand new day.
Hey, CoreofU family, community of restoration and enlightenment, showing that you're ready to up level one more again.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody is doing good, is in good health, peace in your hearts and in your homes, and that you just alive and doing well right now.
That's right. We always like to thank our sister Danielle Page for her song, Brand New Day. That's our theme song. It's always an opportunity for a new day, whatever that means for you. And this topic this evening was inspired by one of our own family members who said and offered this subject matter. And so please remember, we are always open to whatever's coming up for you. Let's talk about it. And very soon we'll be doing another interactive Zoom. So stay tuned for that, where we bring you into the room and then we stream it. So I'll let Ken kick it off. Remember to please follow us on IG, Facebook, and YouTube at the THE Core, CORE of letter U, the CoreofU. Okay?
All right, so the topic that we wanted to talk about today, and it's funny because as we received the topic and we were talking about it this week and going over some of our dialogue, we actually experienced it, had a little experience today, and we'll share that with you guys. But the topic that we're talking about today is when you're called when you're called to do something, when God calls you, the universe calls you, when you're called to do something, to operate in your gifts before you feel like you're ready to do so. What do you do then? What do you do? I play video games sometimes. I'm a big sports fan. When you're put in play, when the coach calls you to put you in play and you don't think you're ready. You don't think you're ready. You don't think you're prepared. You that fear sets in, that doubt. It happens a lot. We'll ask God, and we're praying in our prayers. God, just think about something like, we'll say, God, I want more money. I want more money. So then He blesses you with a job opportunity, and you're like, no, God, not like that, because I don't want another job. Or you ask God to get you more business and more clients, and then your phone is ringing off the hook, and you're not really getting a lot of sleep, or you're anxious because you don't know if you can really handle all of the calls or answer everything everybody's asking you, or the clients are you have a gift, they have a need, and they're calling you saying, this is my need, and you're like, oh no, I didn't. It was too much. It's overwhelming.
Blew up too quick.
It blew up way too fast. So what do you do in those moments? How do you overcome? How do you still stay the course? And what I think we really want you to understand, and what we really want you to see, is that if God called you, trust me, you are ready. If God called you, you are ready. You are prepared. You are more than worthy. You can handle it. Maybe you might need to call in a couple of people, friends or family or somebody, business people, for support. But trust me, if God puts you there, you are ready.
And what I wanted to encourage all the core fam to do is to pray or manifest in purpose with a plan.
Right.
So we heard of business plans.
Right.
We've heard of
insurance plans.
Yeah, but
Right.
What about when you have a purpose? Do you have a plan to go with your purpose?
Right.
Oftentimes we'll put the prayer out there, that's the first step. The first step is you gotta be able to, as Wayne Dyer says, you'll see it when you believe it, right? Mm-hmm. So you definitely have to walk in that faith. You have to have the vision, because everything that we see around us started with a thought, right?
Right.
But what I would urge everyone to do is when that baby starts to grow in you, when you know that you're that you're carrying something, you're about to birth a gift, then we need to do the same thing we would do if we were birthing a child. You start to get ready.
Right.
So
right.
You have to start getting everything in place.
Right.
What's it going to look like when I come? You almost got to work backwards like you do with the child. Okay, how am I going to bring this vision and carry this vision to life if it actually starts to manifest?
Right. Right. On the streets, they say if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Making sure you put yourself in position. And we had something and I was teasing Bianca today because she was kind of complaining a little bit, fussing about some things at work that were going on, and how she was being pulled on from several different directions for a certain call, for a certain job. And I had to quickly remind her, didn't you pray for this several years ago? No, when we first started dating, I was like, wasn't this one of the things that you put on your vision board, that you asked God for, that you prayed for, that you meditated on, all of these things that you did? And now here you are. And some of you, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes it can be scary, but some of us right now are in a place that we prayed for several years ago. We're here now. And you're sitting there, maybe you've forgotten it, maybe you haven't thought about it, but we're here to kind of remind you, you prayed for this. Now that you're here, what are you going to do?
And it was beautiful that he could be that midwife for me to say, yeah, I'm going to help you, because I'm going to remind you that you wanted to carry this baby. Right. And I love how you put that, because I am now in labor and birthing and carrying. The baby is here.
Right.
I have birthed a dream that took 10 years in the making to come and to manifest.
Right.
And now I'm having new parent pains and marital pains of this blessing that's been birthed, because it's all, my whole gift was all around diversity and inclusion. And right now we're in the midst of racial inequality, and all these companies are waking up, and everybody wants to figure out how do we get on board with Black Lives Matter from a corporate stance. So from pain has come purpose, and now I've been put in play, and it's pulling on a lot of directions. And he reminded me, babe, this is what you prayed for. And one of the things that's a challenge for me is to sometimes I leave my prayers on the table. What do I mean? So it's almost like when I'm in the midst of the storm, I forget to keep asking God, can you please show me the way? All right, I'm in the fog right now. I need you to show me the way again.
Right.
So for me, what it looks like is I need you to show me how to balance all of this. I'm having issues with my time management. Show me how to balance being in this new position with having 2 children while working from home, still in the midst of a COVID crisis.
Right.
Things may be opening up, y'all, but the numbers are still going up everywhere. And or if you have a prayer for a business, you may be saying, give me the right contacts, bring me the right administrative support, give me the right distributor for my product.
Right.
Like, we can't stop praying the prayer and at the same time implementing the vision, whatever you have a need for. And if you're not a prayer, then a manifester, a planner. Don't stop the plan in the middle of it.
Right.
Keep asking the questions and challenging yourself to have your manifestation plan come into play.
I love that. And I mean, and you want to stay the course, because sometimes you can't, I say it, there's a great saying, you can't see the forest for the trees, right? And so when you're in the middle of it, you're thinking, this is not where I want to be. This is not what I wanted to do. And I heard Bishop T.D. Jakes say something that was so beautiful. Sometimes God gives you a vision. He gives you a vision, or he gives you a dream, or something that you really want to pour into, something that you really want to do, only to wake up to what is your reality. And your reality says, there's no way that I'm going to get to that vision. There's no way I'm going to get to that end goal, because your reality says maybe you're working a 9 to 5, and maybe you really want to have your own business and create your own hours. And so you're working a 9 to 5, and you got a boss that's getting on your nerves, and you have children. And so all of these things are going on. And so you want to be responsible, and you want to make sure that you stay and do the mature thing. But you're steady.
You gotta take care of the now.
You got to take care of the now, but you're steady being pulled. You're steady being called. And that was part of the reason why collectively, it wasn't an individual thing, collectively, we started TheCoreofU, because we were constantly being called. We were being called by couples, by individuals. We were being called in our own spirituality, and in certain places, in certain areas of religion, we couldn't be free to do what God was calling us to do. So you know what? Why not create your own? Why not create this platform? And thank God for places like Facebook and Instagram and Zoom, where now we can talk. We don't have to hold that baby in now. Right. It can be birthed, and we can talk about it, and we have people that support us. And it's so beautiful when you give your feedback, although we can't see your comments right now for some reason tonight while we're on Facebook. So keep them coming, though, and we'll read them and respond after we go off. But the comments that you give and the responses and the interaction that you give to us just feeds what we already knew that we wanted to do anyway. It was already in there, because we would talk about it and have conversations and stuff.
And we were uncomfortable. If there is anything in your life, pay attention to when you're uncomfortable, because that's your number one key that it's time to move to higher ground. When you get uncomfortable, that's your inner spirit, your intuition, that truth that only you know. You can get uncomfortable when in a relationship. You can get uncomfortable at your job. You can get uncomfortable with your body and how you're feeling. And when you start to over and over say, you know what? I'm not pleased with where I'm at. And I know it. I don't care what anybody else say. I know for me that where I'm at is no longer where I want to be.
No doubt.
Use that discomfort for fuel to move, and don't be discouraged. Even if you take one little step a day, that's more than what you were doing before.
Absolutely.
Because the main thing about manifesting and up-leveling is that you have to feel it. Not only do you have to do, but I think a lot of people get discouraged in their prayer life, or if you are a visionary, a manifester, because the emotion is not matching the vision. So what's happening is you're seeing something. It's no different than if you were driving. We're driving in the car saying we going in this direction. The whole time I'm complaining or saying, oh, we ain't going to make it.
Right.
Oh, my God, we about to run out of gas.
Right.
I told you it's too hot.
Right.
We got to turn back. So the whole time I'm looking this way, but my energy is actually back where I came from.
Wow.
So I'm pulling myself. Like I'm not moving. I'm resisting. I'm resisting.
And you want to make sure that you do things in decency and in order with discipline, because if you don't, and if you're not intentional, you will kind of be counterproductive to your energy, to your vision, to where you're going, to your gift. And so many people right now, and the two biggest things that cause us to be counterproductive or to our energy and to our gifts and to our calling is fear and doubt. Those two, when those two show up to the party, man, it makes it difficult for us because we're afraid or we doubt. We doubt who we are. We doubt if we're worthy, if we're good enough, if we look good enough, if people are going to accept, if people are going to feel it. But listen, if you have a gift, a calling, and there's a need, you need to walk in your purpose immediately. The world is looking for whatever that purpose is, whatever your calling is. I've seen people become, millionaires and do great things because they were able to fulfill a need.
They just did one thing good.
Really good. And that's it. We don't have to be a jack of all trades, but you just got to really be good at one thing.
And babe, didn't you say before when you were speaking, you were saying doubting your gift is the same as not having the gift? It's something you said.
No, that's
so
it.
Powerful.
To doubt your gift is the same thing as to not knowing you have a gift. Because if you doubt or you're afraid, you won't use it anyway, right? The only difference is what will actually happen is you'll subconsciously be using it anyway. You'll be using it. You'll be operating in your gift. People will be calling you, but you won't acknowledge it. You won't know. So we're trying to get you to a place where you begin to acknowledge your gift. And not only just talk about it, but as they say, be about it. So as you start to operate in that gift and in your calling, then you get more confident. You become more courageous. You become more bold. And you begin to step out. And you listen. And then people will be like, oh, look at him. Look at her. They think they're something. They think they're this. Who are they? Well, don't worry about the naysayers and all of that. I tell people all the time, they serve their purpose. And a lot of times the haters really tell you what your true value is. Because the more haters you have, understand, the more valuable you are. So you don't worry about them. Just keep operating and I guess the biggest thing for you is to find out how you're going to operate in that gift. What niche, you know what I mean? How you're going to do it. You can ask questions. Absolutely. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because sometimes you're like, my grandma told me something powerful. She said she prayed to God. My grandma Velvet said, God, what am I good for? Show me my purpose.
There you go.
Sometimes, and then say if you know your purpose, where my frustration lies, sometimes I'll be like, okay, God, you showed me what you gifted me with, and you showed me, okay, this is what I could do, but how and when? Give me the prompt. Give me my marching orders and let it be in ease. My whole thing is I'm asking for the spirit of ease and execution. I don't want it to be difficult. Even if it's hard work, I don't want it to feel like hard work. If I'm climbing Mount Everest, I want it to feel like I'm just stepping over a molehill. Right. And I'm going to ask for it. I'm asking every morning. I have this little affirmation where I say, give me the spirit of ease. And what that means is even if the situation is difficult, I want it to feel easy for me.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. And it will. Once you start to operate it in your gift, in your true calling, it'll get easy for you. It won't feel like work. And you may be getting paid and doing it, and you may be doing it for 12, 13, 14 hours a day. It won't feel like that at all. We get excited when we know we have this opportunity to come to you on a Friday evening. And there's so many things you could be doing, so many places you could be in, so much you could have your attention turned to. We appreciate the fact that you want to spend a little time with us today. But that's all right. We're going to continue to do it. We're going to continue to speak. We're going to continue to operate in our purpose because it's what we've been called to do. And we were tired of being hungry and you sit down at the table and you eat and you're not full. We were tired of being that way. When you begin to operate in your purpose and in your calling, you walk away full. Your stomach be on full and you be like, man, and you feel so satisfied and it's gratification because it was what you were called to do.
And remember, you are actually being a blessing to others because sometimes people get caught up in, gosh, how do I monetize? I feel like I'm getting over on somebody, but you are actually doing a disservice by robbing the world of your gift. That's by right. Not being in play. That's now right. Your gift was needed by somebody.
That's right.
And that's on all levels.
That's right.
You might have the gift to style. Now that might be the best thing to make somebody feel good.
Right.
You're making their outer man feel good.
That's
and
right.
So they can value themselves.
That's
and,
right.
and like you said, that might be something you do for free. You be like, girl, here, match this up with that.
Right.
Hey, brother, put these shoes on. Now you operating your gift for free, but it's something you love to do. And at the same time, now you're up-leveling somebody's self-image.
That's right.
And now pay attention to that thing you do even when nobody's asking you. Right. Your gift lies in there. That thing that makes you feel good and puts you in a space. Even when even when you may not feel like you have the time.
That's right.
That's where you're gonna find your calling.
Yep. When you can operate in that, when you're kind of at your lowest energy, your lowest time of your days or months or whatever is going on, and it picks you up, more than likely that's your gift. And that's why we're here today, just to encourage you. And we're so thankful for this because we all have so many gifts, so many talents that we've been blessed with, but how many of us are really walking in our purpose? How many of us are really walking in our true calling? How many of us are happy? We have jobs that we do, but we're working to get past those. We're working to operate and get the TheCoreofU up running at full-fledged, where we can be doing speaking engagements. And it was funny because we shared this vision with our cousin Tasha. We shared this vision with her, and the next thing you know, she was putting us on to speak at an engagement that she had for a workshop, a conference, and we're both looking at each other like, wait, hold up. But she's like, no, if you said you're gonna do this, then come on, let's do it. Let's be about it. You guys are doing it anyway, so why not?
And that is so important. What you touched on. Surround yourself with other people that are going in the same direction. Because you can't sometimes share your unbirthed thoughts and your unbirthed genes with everybody. And if you do, they need to be able to help you midwife that. And,
That's right.
You don't want yes men, you want constructive criticism, but you want people to lead and guide you. Part of our community is our uncle, Dr. Joseph Latham, and his wife, Pamela Latham.
That's right.
They are another part of our village that helps push us and keeps us honest. And then not only that, you can go to these wells when you need encouragement. Because if other people have dreams and they have aspirations, they're not intimidated by pushing you.
Right.
And they can also feed you, guide you, direct you, and help give you a platform.
And be mindful. This is a warning, breaking news, right? Be mindful of the people that you have in your inner circle that don't clap for you when the world is celebrating you. Be mindful of those people, because as I often say, those ain't your people. Be mindful of those that don't clap, because anybody in my circle, I'm going to celebrate them, and I would hope that they would celebrate me too. Whatever we're going through, whatever we're doing. Now, if I'm doing something wrong, I would hope that they would pull me to the side and do it. But we're talking about good here, positive. When you're walking in your purpose, be mindful of those that don't clap for you. Those are probably people you need to remove from your circle. Put them on the outside. They don't even need to know where your circle is. They don't even know. Don't even give them the GPS to where your circle is, because they're the haters, and those are the people that you don't want around, right? Just be mindful of those people.
Yeah, and some other things come to mind to understand that if you are in a headspace to move to higher ground, some people may not be in a position to go there with you. So that means don't let where you were and trying to keep people comfortable with who you were, where you were, keep you from going where you need to be.
I love that.
Because people will make you feel some kind of way because now you're not available to hang out because you're working on your business or you are prioritizing your gifts. And either they can come, you could come work on your business plan with me. You could come work on your gift with me, but I can't hang out tonight. This is the time on my schedule to do me.
That's right.
To build my gifts.
And you gotta be careful. And sometimes they're not haters. Sometimes they're not. They're not negative.
Right.
They don't see your vision. You want to know why? Because God didn't give it to them. He didn't give it to them. So don't get mad at them for that. He didn't give them that vision, that desire to up level. Maybe that he gave them something else. And so they have to go somewhere else. And that's okay. There's enough for all of us to eat. There's enough for all of us to eat. There's so much in the world that's going on. So many needs that need to be met. Especially right now during COVID, and people are dealing with depression, and people are looking for themselves, and they're spending a lot more time at home, so they're being forced to look in the mirror, and they're like, I don't like what I see. And so maybe you can help them with that, the person that they were called to be. And maybe, like wife said, maybe just look better on the outside so to help you feel better on the inside. Whatever your calling is, find the need and meet that need.
And just ask God to give you or the universe, whatever your thing is, show me what I need at this level. Show me, bring it to me so that you don't get to a place where you're unprepared, where you find yourself put in play, put in the game, and you don't have the proper equipment, and you don't have the plays, you don't have the code, you don't know any of the signals. So there is definitely something to preparation. And that shows that you believe in your own vision as you continue to prepare even before you see the clients, even before you see the investment give you a return.
No doubt.
And what I will say is you cannot depend on your friends and family to fund your vision. So that means if they show up to great, like for instance, Tyler Perry, he didn't get where he was just by all of his friends and family coming to his place.
Right.
So you might do things, but you can't expect everybody to always show up. You have to create your village.
That's right.
You have to create your calling. If they do, it's extra icing on the cake.
That's right.
But that is something one of our own coaches told us, who has a successful business. We were going to her workshops and things. She said, don't think that your friends and family are going to be able to support your everything, your every event.
That's right.
And so we understand that, and don't let that, and I say that because I don't want you to get discouraged.
Right.
If you have a product, people may not be able to buy it every time. If you are a person that offers a service, whether it's an accountant, a hairstylist, a dentist, they might not be able to be your client.
Right.
But do they send other people to you? Even if they're just happy for you, are they willing to pass it along? And if they don't even do all of that, don't let it make you doubt your gift.
That's right.
Just know that your clients, your village is coming.
They're out there. They're really just waiting for you.
And pray that they find you too.
No doubt.
Show me how to market my business.
No doubt.
Show me where I need to go. Let me grow at a pace that I can handle. Because you don't want to undermine your brand by not being able to be consistent in what you do and the product that you bring.
Right. Well, this was a good one, guys. Once again, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why the comments aren't coming on the bottom. So if you commented, we'll respond later on. We can't see them right now. But we thank you guys for being out with us tonight on another Friday evening. You could have been so many other places doing so many other things. But we appreciate your time being with us. We are the Core of You, community of restoration, and enlightenment. And please follow us, share our videos, let people know that we're out here, that we're just trying to put some positivity in the world where sometimes it feels like just trying to put some light, shine some light where sometimes it feels like it's so much darkness.
And I just want to give a shout out to some people who we know are operating in their gifts, and we'll be doing some things soon. First of all, these earrings that I have on are by J-A-I. That's a business that my aunt is building. And every time I wear her jewelry, I get asked. So look out for that. That will make sure we tag her in the comments, or when her business is up, we will make sure you know about it. our uncle, Dr. Joseph Lathan. He is going to be having a class for heaven on earth. And one thing my husband and I always love to do is up level and stay coaching and stay building on our gifts.
That's
so
right.
If you want to drink from one of our fountains, we'll put that in the comments. So that'll be coming up and launching on July 7th. A great way to start off the second half of your 2020 is by investing in yourself. And lastly, get ready. We will be doing another interactive Zoom. So we will let you know. You can come into the Zoom and sup with us, okay?
Yeah, we love the questions, the interaction, and the feedback. We hope y'all have a great weekend. We hope everything is going well for you. And as always, we hope that you are experiencing peace in wherever place that you're sitting in right now as you watch this and interact and share with us. We hope that you are experiencing peace in your mind and in your heart. We'll holler at you soon from TheCoreofU. Ken and Bianca Page. We love y'all.
And wait, babe, I want you to show off his shirt I brought you for Father's Day.
Wifey bought me a shirt, Black King. Yeah.
Noble Intelligence, that's my babe. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta say nah. Rosa Parks. Give it up for your ancestors. Community Restoration Enlightenment. We out, y'all.
We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.